Okay. Let's not change the subject here. What are you? Hello? What are you not guilty for?
Just a minute. It wasn't...
There's nothing for him to tell. He didn't change his vote. I did. Perhaps you'd like to know why?
No, we wouldn't like to know why.
The man must talk. Let the man speak.
Thank you. This gentleman chose to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. He left the verdict up to us. He gambled for support, and I gave it to him.
That's fine.
I want to
If
hear
your
more.
little story's over, can we move on?
The vote is 8-2.
Can we move on?
Look, buddy, I was really excited.
Look, suppose you answer me this. If the boy didn't kill the man, then who did?
As far as I know, we're not concerned with anybody else's motives here.
Guilty. Beyond a reasonable doubt is an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Well, suppose you two explain what your reasonable doubts are.
This is not easy. So far it's just a feeling I have.
A feeling? Are we gonna sit here all night discussing your feelings?
You said it, Martin. You said it, Martin. Look, the old man said you're the boy screaming at the top of his lungs, "I'm gonna kill you," at his father. A second later, here's a body falling. And he saw the boy run out of the house in 15 seconds.
I mean, that's right. And let's not forget the woman across the street. She looked through the window and saw a boy stab his father. Well, is that not enough for you?
That's not enough for me.
Oh, look at him. It's like talking to a dead phone in here.
The woman saw the killing through the windows of an elevated train. The train had 5 cars, and she saw the killing through the windows of the last 2. She remembers even the most insignificant details.
Rose, what you gonna say about that?
I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me.
Well, you suppose you think about it. Let me answer. You might as well pass the time.
Right.
Wait a minute!
This isn't a game.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, let take it easy.
I've got a good mind to walk over to and belt him one.
Now, gentlemen, I don't want any fights in here.
Yeah.
We've all been working to fix this situation, and I want to see it
But
fixed.
do you see him?
We owe this to each
The
other.
nerve! The absolute nerve!
Forget it. We don't mean anything. It's just
Have a seat, please.
Who does it think he is?
Excuse me. How long do you think it takes an L train to pass a given point?
What has that got to do with anything?
Just guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Anyone else?
About 10 to 12 seconds, maybe.
Any of you over here?
I would say 10 seconds perhaps.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Say 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
An L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point, or 2 seconds per car. That given point is the window of the room in which the killing took place. And from what I can remember, you can almost reach out of that window and touch the L tracks. Am I right?
Right.
Well, let me ask you this: have any of you lived next to an L track?
No.
I have. The numbers were on past. You can hardly hear yourself think.
Oh, you can't hear yourself think. Now, can you please get to the point?
1 second after the old man heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," he heard the body fall. Am I right? 1 second. Now, the woman across the street, she looked through the windows of the last 2 cars of the L train and saw the murder taking place. Saw the body fall. Am I right?
Right.
Now, L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point, or 2 seconds per car. That must mean that the L train was going past the old man's window for at least 6 seconds before he heard the body fall. Hence, whilst the L train was going past the man's nose, that would have been the time he heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you." It's not possible he could have heard the boy.
What do you mean? Sure, he could have heard it.
Could he?
He said the boy yelled it out. That's enough for me.
I don't think he could have heard it.
He didn't hear it with the yell noise.
What are you people getting at? Are you calling the old man a liar?
That's the reason.
You're crazy. Why would he lie? What has he got to gain?
Attention, maybe?
You keep coming up with this bright sayings. Why don't you send one to the local newspaper? They pay $2, you know.
You have a right to be heard.
It's just that I looked at him for a very long time. The seam of his jacket was split under the arm. Did you notice that? He was an old man with a torn jacket. He carried 2 canes. I think I know him better than anyone in this room. This is a quiet, frightened, insignificant man who's been nothing all his life, who's never had any recognition, his name in the newspaper. Nobody knows him after 75 years. This is a very sad thing. A man like this needs to be questioned, to be listened to and quoted. Just once. This is very important.
Wait. Are you actually telling us that he might lie about a thing like this just to feel important?
No, he wouldn't lie. But perhaps he'd make himself believe that he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
That's the most fantastic thing I've ever heard. How can you make up such a thing? What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
I think we proved that your man couldn't have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," but what if he did? How many times have you heard that phrase? How many times per day? "Come on, Joey, kill him." If you do that once more, I'm going to kill you. You're 100 times a day. Doesn't mean I'm actually going to kill someone.
Wait a minute. The phrase was, "I'm going to kill you." And the kid screamed it at the top of his lungs. Don't try and tell me that if anyone uses a thing like that and the way they say they don't mean it, of course they mean it, damn it.
Yeah, they mean it.
Do you really think a boy would shout out, "I'm going to kill you," so the whole neighborhood would hear it? I think he's much too bright for that.
Bright? He's a common, ignorant slug. You don't even speak good English.
He doesn't.
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
What?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
He has the right to disagree.
Then, gentlemen, the vote is 8-3. Well, if this isn't the end, what are you basing it on, huh? Stories this man makes up out of thin air? He ought to write for American Detective Monthly. He's gonna make a fortune, well. The boy had a lawyer. Why didn't the lawyer bring up all these points?
Lawyers can't think of everything.
Oh, brother, you make up stories out of thin air and you give us all this nonsense. You want us to believe that the old man never got up out of his bed, the old man never ran to the door, and the old man never saw the kid run out of his house 15 seconds later. And he said all this just to be important.
Did you say he ran?
Ran what? What's the difference? He got there.
I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could run.
He said he went from his bedroom to the front door. That's enough.
Where was his bedroom?
Down the hall somewhere. Don't you remember that? You seem to remember everything.
Mr. Foreman, if you can get a diagram of your...
Oh, no. All right. Let's just run the whole trial once again so that he can get his facts straight.
What's this for? I don't see the reason why to look at it again. What do you think?
I'd like to see this one too.
And now just stop wasting time!
Yeah.
Are we going to start wading through all that
No,
nonsense?
we're not. We're going to find out how a man who's had 3 strokes in the past 2 years and who walks with a pair of canes reach his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20
He
seconds.
said 15.
How can you judge how long 50 seconds is? He's an old man.
He said 15 seconds. He was very certain about this point.
He's an old man. You saw him. How can you tell me I was confused? How can he be positive about anything?
Now, during the L tracks is the living room of the man, bathroom of the man, kitchen of the old man, his house, and the bedroom. Now, this is his actual bedroom. You can see the window by the L tracks. Now, remember, this is a floor plan of the floor below where the murder took place. So, the old man, to get up out of his bed, walk the length of his bedroom, open the door, walk the length of the corridor, and open the door of the staircase. Is that right?
Right.
But all in 15 seconds.
Why not?
Let me ask you this. The old man had to get his canes, walk approximately 20 feet from his bed to the bedroom door, open the door, walk another 40 feet the length of the corridor, and open the door of the staircase, all in 15 seconds. Is that really possible?
You know it's possible.
He could only walk very slowly. They had to help him into the witness chair.
You make it sound like a long walk, man. It's not.
Old man who walks with 2 canes.
Oh, what's he doing?
What are you doing?
Measuring out the length of the bedroom. I'd like to try this thing.
Oh, do me a favor. Wake me up when all this is over.
You're crazy.
Perhaps if we could see it's an important point.
And it's a ridiculous waste of time.
Let him do it, please. We need to go through the facts.
Please put your chair. Now, how far would you say it is from there to there?
I'd say 20 feet.
Oh, I just said from here to here? 40?
Sounds right.
It's pretty good.
Look, this is absolutely insane.